Now, your Local 2 Weather Authority forecast with Ryan Martin.
Ryan Martin joining us now. Another hot fall day in West Texas today.
Yes, this has been one of the hotter Octobers we have ever had, and we're definitely making sure that we end October on a very hot note because we had record heat once again today. But we're going to start to see some cooling finally starting on Wednesday. Now let's start things off. We got a special way to start the show off today. We got our viewer photo credit's actually my mom. This is Fortune and Stephanie. They tied the knot over the weekend, and that is also our producer Scott there. We wish you many pieces and blessings as you take your next step in your future. Congratulations on your marriage, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, starting things off, health index, tree pollen, low, grasses, low. Good signs right there. Mold, though, that's high, and then weeds are moderate. So this is not too bad. Definitely have seen it a lot worse over the last couple of days. Texan Allergy and Sinus Center providing this for us, and Dr. Paul Fulmer. You can visit their website, texanallergy.com. Now, our almanac today, once again, record heat. Hit 90 degrees, 1 degree above our record set back in 2010, well above our average, which we're supposed to be seeing the 70s this time of year. Not happening. We're supposed to be seeing the 60s going into November. That's our average temperature throughout the month of November. We're going to have a very hot start to the month, so we'll talk about that in a little bit too. Well above average for our low as well, 57 compared to 47. Now our temperatures right now throughout the basin, very nice. Seeing these mild conditions, seeing the 70s throughout the central basin, 60s up to the north, and also seeing 70s down in Presidio and in the Big Bend. So we'll start to see some cooling later on in the week, but we got similar conditions going into tomorrow. Going to see more clear skies, but we have this low pressure up to the north that's going to make its way down into the Permian Basin later on in the week around Wednesday. That's when the conditions are going to really start to cool off a little bit, but we're still extremely dry. That's the one thing we're supposed to be seeing this time of the year. That's gone according to plan. We expect a very dry time throughout the fall months, and it's extremely dry right now, especially for this time of night. Still seeing those readings below the 40% mark throughout most of the Permian Basin, and winds are starting to pick back up. You know, we're seeing these 10-mile-an-hour wind speeds throughout the central basin, a little more windy out to the west, 17 miles an hour, 13 down in the Big Bend, and you can see 17 over in Fort Stockton with gusts at 24 miles an hour. That's their peak gust right now for the day, and we saw some pretty heavy peak gusts throughout many areas in the Permian Basin today. 24 in Fort Stockton, 20 over in Big Spring, seeing the 20s out in southeastern Mexico and in the Guadalupe Mountains, while a little more calm down in the Big Bend and Alpine, 16 and 11 in those respective areas. Now, our forecast for tonight, temperatures are going to be pretty mild, but could get a little chilly in some areas. We'll show you that. See these low 50s in the northern basin, 51 in Lovington, 52 in Hobbs, 54 in Jow, a little warmer in Andrews and Lamesa up into the high 50s. Then tomorrow, back up into the high 80s in many areas, but going to stay in the mid 80s. Tatum, Lovington, Hobbs, 87 in Big Spring, 86 in Gale. Central Basin, going to see the 50s tonight, so could get a little chilly for some of us. But Grand Falls, Crane, Rankin, all going to stay in the 60s. 61 in Big Lake, 61 in Cope Ranch, 59 in Monahans. And then tomorrow, high 80s, near that record heat once again. 88 in Odessa, Midland, Garden City, 85, Cope Ranch, 85, Rankin, 85 tomorrow. And the Trans-Pecos, low 60s tonight, but could be a little cold in Pecos and Red Bluff, down into the low 50s. Sanderson and Dryden both down into the 50s as well. And then tomorrow, getting our temperatures to pick back up near 90 degrees. Red Bluff could hit it. So we're another hot day throughout most of the Trans-Pecos. In the mountains, though, this is a little tricky because it's going to be a little chilly over there. 48 in Valentine, 48 in Marfa, 50 in Fort Davis, Pine Springs at 53. Presidio, the Big Bend, though, they're going to stay in the 60s. And then tomorrow, back up into the high 80s, but low 80s, Marfa, Valentine, Alpine, Fort Davis. So it should stay in the 70s throughout most of the day throughout the mountains. Now, time to get to the spooky scarecast. It's going to be a little spooky out there. Halloween night, mostly clear, 60 degrees for the low. So it's going to be a nice forecast for Halloween. A lot of people usually afraid they're not going to be able to wear their costume because they have to wear a jacket over it. Shouldn't be the case tomorrow night, but if you stay out a little too late, could get a little cold. But during those 8 o'clock hours when you should be out, like between 7 and 8 o'clock, going to look pretty nice for you. 88 degrees for the high, once again near record heat, but we're going to start to cool down. Tuesday, 85, down to the 80s on Wednesday for the high, but then we're going to be seeing 70s the rest of the week. We got thunderstorm chances, you can see, all week long, starting Wednesday, but
coming back.
It's going to be what we're used to. We've been seeing last couple days or last couple weeks to start the week. You know, high 80s, really hot outside,
right.
But then right after Halloween hits, it's going to really start to cool down. So
maybe we'll actually get fall here.
yeah,
Finally.
looks like it. November could be fall.
Great,
Finally.
great. All right, thank you, Ryan.